What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to CVJ OCR Vlog. As you can see, I am in the farm shop right now. I know, just random locations I'll be filming at, so don't mind that. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to survive a 24-hour endurance race, such as World's Toughest Mudder. So, if you saw my last video, I talked about how I had just done my 4th World's Toughest Mudder in Atlanta, Georgia. At least I believe I mentioned it. But something like that, just give you some quick tips on it. Number one, definitely need to be prepared with gear. Prep going up to the event. Keep checking the weather. Whether it's warm or cold, or going from warm to cold at night. An event like that, you're gonna be going through all kinds of conditions. You got wind, mud, water. Could have dust blowing at you the whole time. So definitely check your conditions, make sure your gear is right, wetsuit wise, whatever you're starting out in, make sure you're not going to get too warm and sweat out all of your electrolytes and everything right away, right off the bat. And wetsuit, definitely key for a World's Toughest Mudder event, whether it's in Las Vegas or whether it's in Atlanta, Georgia, or wherever. It's going to be cold at night, you're going to be wet, you're going to be shivering at some points, so make sure your wetsuit, whether it's 1 millimeter thick, 5 millimeter thick, make sure you test it, make sure you train in it a little bit prior to the event, and get familiarized with it. Second thing is nutrition. Definitely stay on top of yourself leading up to the event. Cut out all the crap at least a few weeks prior, depending on how good you are with yourself and how disciplined you are with it. Make sure that you are prepped, physically, with your nutrition. Take foods that are easy to consume, fast to consume. This last World's Toughest Mudder, I had a whole bag full of Spring Energy gels, and they worked fantastic. I had a little waist belt pouch that I carried on me, and I was able to carry like 4 or 5 of those on me at a time, and every 30 minutes I'd pop one down. They have different flavors, different varieties for different times throughout the race that you'll take. Definitely works fantastic. And as far as nutrition, even take regular food with you too. Something high in fat, high in carb, high calories, something easy you can put down. And always bring a bottle of mustard too, whether you like mustard or not, or even pickle juice. Because once you start getting those cramps, you come through your pit, grab a bottle, take a little swig, drink a little water, head back out. So you got gear, you got nutrition. Third thing is physically being ready. Depending on what your goal is, if you just want to go out there and say, hey, I lasted 24 hours, or if you want to say, I want to do 50 miles, or I want to do 75, pick a good training program that is going to work for your goal. You can almost, depending on how the obstacles are set up and what they're throwing at you and the weather, if you walked the whole event for 24 hours, you can basically put down 50 miles. But it is going to be difficult. And for those of you that are wanting to go fast and push your bodies to the limits and see what you can get, definitely up your endurance training, your long endurance. Make sure you're getting your functional bodybuilding in, tempo movements, and long workouts. Long extended workouts, lots of EMOMs are great. Lots of assault bike rowing, running, timed running, running at a certain percentage for a certain time, slowing it down, hitting that percentage again, doing multiple sets of something like that definitely helps. Sled pushes work great as well, good explosion in the legs. Just want to make sure your body's prepped and ready for what your goal is, and make sure you're limber, you're stretched out, and you're ready to go. You definitely don't want that lactic acid buildup right away. It will happen at some point, but try to prevent it from happening as long as you can. And the first key to doing that is prepping your body physically. So fourth thing is going to be the mental game, which I think is the most important part of a 24-hour endurance event. because once you start hurting, once the weather gets cold, once you're out on the trail and it's pitch black and you got your headlight on and all you can see is your breath coming up because it's so cold and you're out there by yourself, you really start to get into your head, and you'll really start, talking yourself out of what you're doing. So main thing is to be strong, be prepped. Think of things that give you motivation while you're out there. Think of bad things that have happened in your life and use that as motivation. I know that sounds weird, but that's helped with me, definitely. And you keep telling yourself that you're going to push through it. It's only 24 hours. Think of a normal work day for you, a normal day on the weekend, how fast that day goes by. It's quick. And these events, it's crazy. You'll start and the first couple hours feels like forever. And then all of a sudden you're on, for example, lap 10 and you're like, wow, it's flowing by. And all of a sudden you're at 12 o'clock the next day finishing the event 24 hours later. Just keep positive thoughts in your head, and just keep pushing yourself. Remember, think of motivation, think of the goals you're trying to succeed and that you're not going to let people down, and number one, not let yourself down. So my 4 main tips, 4 main categories I wanted to talk about with long endurance events. Specifically World's Toughest Mudder, the 24-hour obstacle course race. The way they set that one up is a 5-mile course with 20 plus obstacles. This year they had 26 obstacles. They had some different routes you could take, whether you wanted to go through electricity obstacles or upper body obstacles with water. You can change it up. But definitely a great event. It is a nerve-wracking event. It's an expensive event. It's a very time-consuming event. But all in all, if you're able to prep for it, if you're able to afford it, if you're able to take the time to do it, one of the greatest things you ever do in your life. The people you meet, the memories you make, and the self-satisfaction you get after the event is like nothing else. Knowing that you pushed your body through something that intense for that long and made it through. Whether you make it the whole 24 hours or not, you showed up and put your foot on that course, and that's what matters. So if you've never done it, say sign up. If you have done it, sign up next year. Let's keep doing this. It's great. It's a good motivation year by year. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. I might put up another video this week. I'm going up to the mountains with the family this upcoming weekend for Thanksgiving. So gonna do a little paddle boarding out in the cold water out in the lake. So I'll probably put out another video. But you guys have a good week. Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you later. Peace.